a cemetery. So I found a way to walk up to just a beautiful area here. Oh, this is beautiful too. These are all really good climbing trees. When I was a kid, I lived in trees. So nice. Yeah, trees in Hawaii are just gorgeous. So yeah, seeing these flowers are removed every week. So a person has to start over again and put another and see all these Japanese names. Japanese Americans who fought in the war. Private first class infantry. Felipe. Pacific US Air Force. Somebody's children or grandchildren are doing the flowers. Hi Jackie. How are you? Thanks for coming. I'm enjoying your posts and your live streams. You take really good pictures of Kansas City. Yeah, I get to go some pretty nice places. So these look like road runners. Let's see if they go fast. Okay, he's not quite a road runner, but another guy. He's scampering a little bit. You can see him. I walked up here and I wanted to get back to the volleyball store before they closed at 3 o'clock. I have my volleyball with me. I'm really in terrible shape after being hit by that car and having neck surgery and breaking shoulder blade and separating shoulder a couple of years ago. So I'm really trying to get back in shape upper body wise, doing my push ups and my planks, and have a volleyball now. And I'm banging it against a wall where you hit it against the ground and it bounces up against the wall, and then you hit it again like you're spiking it. Very good exercise, but it's a little underinflated, and I don't have a pump. So the galley one's this volleyball store is only open 3 hours a day. How civilized. Hey Jackie, how is the video here? Does it look pretty good? Came back to the States to get my knees fixed because I have insurance here, not in Europe. And I started feeling pretty good. I said, well, I think I'll just wait. But then I walked a long way today, and my left leg keeps on wanting to kind of give out on me. So maybe I might have to get it done soon. That's wonderful. The audio and video are good. Okay, shall I take this shortcut. Yeah, I will. I want to go up here. I'll just go this way and puff a little bit. It's a real art to try to stay in shape as you grow older and start falling apart. It's kind of like riding a horse on a long, long ride, and you have to kind of take care of them so they can keep walking. And keep walking. So a metaphor escaped me. I didn't have to go to Vietnam. I was 343 in the lottery. But I did perform for the USO for American troops overseas, which was a real honor and a real pleasure. And I also sang at a lot of military bases in the officers' clubs and the enlisted men's clubs. Thank you, Jackie. 15 cents. I'm rich. That's very sweet. That's only the second time I've been given anything for videoing. It's a nice system they have. You can earn credits by simply broadcasting. And they're really worth money, too, supposedly. Oh, here's the view. That's a good reward. Honolulu Harbor. Wow. I can die now. This is worth the walk. It'll end up being about 6 miles or so. Honolulu. Diamond Head in the distance. Another extinct volcano crater. It's more apparent up here. You can see the whole crater. I can't see the screen now. It's too bright. Waikiki down here, I think. And that cruise ship is right next to where I had my second vaccine, my second shot at the cruise center. The cruise ship is sort of quarantined or waylaid there, only goes out a couple times a month to blow out the pipes and the engines. But it sits there all the time. So that's Honolulu Harbor. The business district over here and more condos on this side. And then there's the Anglican Church down there. Has a great pipe organ and a really good organist. My father being a pipe organ builder and an organist of some repute. It's nice to go listen, or it used to be. I was here until end of 2017. Yeah, there's Pearl Harbor over here. And the airport. Yeah, you can't beat this view. An old volcanic crater. It is basically paradise here. I live in a complex that's mostly Micronesian Pacific Islanders. I didn't know, but Pacific Islanders in Micronesia can come to America, work and live, get health insurance without being citizens. I think there's some kind of guilt that America has from having blown the crap out of them with so many huge nuclear tests, and also the same with World War II invading the islands and having awful battles there with tens of thousands of the dead soldiers at this cemetery. Not a whole lot of people. There used to be gazillions of Japanese tourists, especially newlyweds, and you'd see these photo shoots going on in downtown Honolulu and also on Waikiki with these China doll um, people, newlyweds, getting their pictures taken in their tuxedos and white dresses. I think I have a video actually in Instagram very early on with the couple in a photo shoot with a hang glider zooming by them on a cliff. Kind of a dramatic picture. How do you like haps, guys? I'm still trying to figure it out. I found out how to transfer my videos from Periscope, but I can't really show them anywhere. They were just files without any attachment. I had to connect them to the Periscope prefix, the HTTP Periscope, and it worked. They're kind of nowhere, but at least I have them. This is the entrance. I'll be walking down this way, go back around, and then down over here again, and over these mountains, over these ancient extinct volcanoes is the other side of the island, which is the windward side, which gets more rain. So, maybe I'll take the bus back. My knees are shot. Sorry, I can't see anybody who's saying anything. Not that there are a lot of people watching. Jackie's here. That's nice. Are you watching any of the YouTube videos of the Icelandic um, volcano that's just started? The whole collection of little volcanoes in memory, it says. Ooh, in memory of the United States of America military personnel captured by the Japanese in March 1942 worked on the Siam-Burma Death Railway as prisoners of war, and 133 died due to malnutrition, tropical disease, starvation, medical neglect, and other causes. And these are the names of the people. I think it's important to live your life, to make memories, and the best way to make memories is with love. A lot of people are in fear of rejection, fear of not being accepted. But if you really love, which is accepting yourself as you are, pretty much, and loving the world around you and those around you, it's so rich. But I think one of the problems people have is that they don't think they're good enough, or they don't feel good about themselves. But I'm not Christian, but there's a line that goes, "Let me be an instrument of thy peace." Leave out the thy and said, "Let me be an instrument of peace." Well, how can I? First of all, an instrument is just something that's used. It's not anything unless it's used. So if love is the instrument, love is the moves through the instrument, then it isn't me. I don't have to be good enough. If they reject me, it's not me. They're rejecting love and acceptance. So that's their problem, not mine. So then one becomes fearless. It's not a question of being brave. It's just a question of becoming fearless. And my favorite uncle, whom I quote all the time here, is who died first, a Baptist minister, said on his deathbed, "I think I'm just a collection of my loves. So the more I love, the more I am." And I'm old, and this is not a philosophy. This is a realization of what really is true. It's been my experience. Um, these are all plaques in memory of Oddfellows, Hawaii Sons of the Civil War. Oh, I guess that's the Hawaiian Civil War. Or was there a Hawaiian Civil War? American Civil War? Yes. That's an interesting collection of guys from Hawaii who served with the Union. Wow. I think I may stop this now. And thank you for being with me. And it would be a different experience without you. I wouldn't have these voiced memories and thoughts so much. So now this is the lip of the crater as we descend. I'm sure I'll go back to Maui and the Big Island to some of the volcano parks there. It's simply unbelievable. You walk into a crater where the it's not extinct, but it's sort of steamy and just um, lava from 50 years ago, but still steaming. And it's like 2 miles across the crater with all this moon landscape. It's just, they're huge, enormous. But I guess they made these islands. Hawaii, the island of Hawaii, is the largest island or the largest mountain in the world because it goes all the way to the ocean floor. These are such great trees to climb. Look at them. Oh, beautiful guys. Treehouse, anyone? Thank you, Jackie. Oh, that's pretty. I'm so glad it's a good signal. Hawaii is part of the United States. I mean, and poor and rich people live here. So if you're sick of the climate, and what are these things? They aren't fruit, are they? I don't know what it is. I don't think it's a fruit, but it sure looks like it. I was thinking of going down to Target and buying some really cheap car camping stuff. A nice tent, a very nice air mattress, and a little stove, maybe. I'm not sure I need to have a stove to do that. And go camping on the other side of the island. There's a really nice um, campground right on the beach. What is it called? Sharks Bay. Oh, look at that. Isn't that just gorgeous? Oh, there are gazillions of turtle doves, mourning doves here. They're all kind of hitting on each other because it's spring. Oh, my least favorite instrument of torture. Sorry about this in advance. I walked up Diamond Head last time I was here, and that was a fortress ringed by bunkers all around the rim. There's a huge gate and entrance through a tunnel. Amazing. You get up to the real peak of Diamond Head, and it's a observation point, which has a. What was that? Just went by. There are some tourists left. It's good to know, I guess. And if you see the graves, and there were several people just sitting next to the graves. The death of a spouse is breathtaking. I had a girlfriend who died when I was in my 20s, and it was just absolutely awful. We were just together for a few years, but people who've made lifetimes together, that us is their definition of themselves, and then one party disappears. I'd much rather die first. Though when I've been close to death over the years, my biggest concern was that the people I loved wouldn't be told they were loved as much. I want them to be left alone. Not that I'm so egotistical to think that I really matter that much, but still, the lives that are really lost are the ones that aren't lived, I think. There's a wonderful quote that I use on occasion. It goes, when you admit to your desire, the whole universe conspires to support you. But you gotta say what you want. And I found that when I admit to it, either I get what I'm lusting after or I get something else which is even better and more appropriate. But it gets me out of my lounge chair. What is this? It says authorized personnel only. That's no fun. Now I want to go there. Really want to go there. These trees. This Alice in Wonderland stuff. With all the appropriate accoutrements of noise, people backing out of tunnels, great acoustics. That was part of the fortress, I'm sure. Ouch. I'm sure this was a coastal gun where I was walking a moment ago. Anybody have any thoughts or questions or answers? Oh, nice fun trees. Memorial wall by the maintenance shop. That's weird. And what is on these things? Are they urns? Are they names? Nope, there's not a name on them. Hmm, interesting. They probably have urns in them. You gave that went all the way around. This guy was the guy that gave me instructions in the very beginning. We're live streaming, but it's his real aloha spirit. He was really friendly, told me everything. So he's taking care of us here. All right, take care. And then I walk in front of him. He runs me over. My left knee's getting really bad. Shall I call my friend Larry and have him come pick me up? Keeps giving way. It does give way. It's going to come off, I think. But I certainly use my knees big time. A lot of thousands of miles on them doing stuff, including running and biking and so forth. So I really have no complaints. We're in Punchbowl National Cemetery, if you forgot, in the middle of Honolulu. My mother's first husband was killed in World War II in 1943. He was a Baptist minister. I think he was 33 when he went. And let's see, was he? Maybe 36. He had two little kids, and my mother is his wife. And was sunk by a submarine on a troop ship. His best friend was a chaplain's assistant. He was going to be going off to be a machine gunner, but was so uncoordinated that my mother's husband suggested that he go with him to Europe to be his chaplain's assistant. And this guy knew the family well, knew his wife and the two kids, so he agreed to go with them, but in a different ship, with the idea that just if one of them, if my mother's husband was killed, that this guy would take care of the family while he was. And this guy ended up marrying his wife several years later, I think in 48, 47, 46, 46, which was 3 years after he died. And that's my father. So my brother and sister were then adopted and raised, and then they had me. And I didn't really know the whole story, of course, because you're a little kid. But I also found out much later, before my mother died, that she was so pissed off at Daddy David, they called him, David, her husband, for leaving the family to go on the great adventure and dying, leaving them. And it made perfect sense, you know. Let me get a view of the whole place. Who watches these whole things? I don't know, but you know, I will. I may wind this up pretty soon. So if I fall down, I can catch myself with two hands. And this is me, by the way, if you wonder who's talking, in my wonderful Malibu lifeguard hat, which really keeps out the sun. Come on, turn around. There we go. Royal palm, shedding skin. Thank you for being with me. Say hello, follow me, I'll follow you, and share. I'm sure your life, though it may seem boring or normal to you, is very different to many, many people from other parts of the world. I'm going to go to Hanama Bay soon, which is another volcanic crater past Diamond Head. Hanama. Look it up. It's a sunken crater halfway sunk into the ocean with fantastic reef. And now that the tourists are pretty much gone, fish have come back. And it's really nice. So I'm going to say cheers, aloha, bye-bye, namaste, and say hello, take care of yourselves, tell someone you love